Hello YouTube land, this is Veteran Mountain Man, and I am coming to you today with Article 4 of the U.S. Constitution. This will be the last freestanding article on podcast for me, as I will be wrapping up Articles 5, 6, and 7 into a single podcast, because they'll take about the standard 10 minutes to discuss all together. So, without further ado, let's dig into Article 4. So what does Article 4 cover? Well, it mostly covers how the country will work within regards of interaction of state and federal government. And these interactions go both directions. So the first part of this article is Section 1, which states that records, acts, and judicial proceedings will be maintained by their individual states. It also gives the federal government the right to pass laws dictating how this record keeping is happening, but it expressly forbids the federal government from maintaining the state's records. And this is actually kind of important because it allows people to access these records at the lowest level. It means that your state can't be doing bookkeeping and you not get access to it because it should be within your state. Now, Section 2 covers how states interact with each other, including not creating entitlements or privileges that residents of other states cannot enjoy once they move into your state. It also states that no one can be remitted from justice, specifically by fleeing to another state and then claiming residency of that state. So that basically means that once you've violated a law, you have always violated that law, which is very important. Because if you committed a murder in New York State and all you had to do was fled to New Hampshire to escape being tried for murder, it would create utter lawlessness in the United States. Instead, all the governor of New York has to do is request your extradition, and you go right back to face trial. Now, this also applied to indentured servitude and slaves during the slave era of the United States, and this was actually hotly contended, especially between the heavily abolitionist sections of the North. It was one of the reasons for the creation of the Underground Railroad, and one of the reasons that people caught assisting slaves could actually be punished, because those caught doing it were directly violating Article 4, Section 2 of the Constitution of the United States. And so, therefore, they were violating one of the premises of this country's construction. Now, Section 3 goes on about how certain aspects of states can join the Union, specifically states that are part of other states. And this really hasn't been a big deal for a while, except, in example, the Free State of Jefferson, which is trying to be created in the Pacific Northwest between the states of Washington and Oregon. They are trying to create a state of Jefferson, which is the eastern portion of Oregon and the eastern portion of Washington. Now, to do this, they would need both state legislatures to agree to the annexation of their sections of the state, and both state legislatures to agree to the formation of the new state. Then and only then could that new state petition to become part of the Union as a new state. Now, this also gives Congress the ability to make up rules and regulations for states and territories, and that all regulations must be applied equally across all states. Now, Section 4 is the final section of Article 4. And Section 4 specifically states this, that the U.S. will require all states to have a republic-style government, and that each state will be defended from violence by the federal government, and in legislature and governor against domestic violence. What does that mean? Well, that means if your state governor for some reason becomes a tyrant, the United States could enter your state via military force of will and remove him from office. Once that is done, your state would then have to elect a new governor. And that is it. That is all that's left for Article 4. Once again, I will be doing a combined video for Articles 5, 6, and 7. I am including a link to constitutionus.com, which allows you to look at a digital copy of the Constitution as originally written for free. I am including a copy to the National Archives so that you can view the original digital scans of the United States Constitution, as well as the Declaration of Independence and the amendments. And I am also including a link to Amazon where you can purchase the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and all its amendments for $3 on ebook. Also below is a link to my Minds channel, that is minds.com/Veteran Mountain Man. Once again, if you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe so that I know I am doing the right thing and I can continue making these things for you. And also, if you want to have discourse or chat with me or even view my opinions on things that are currently going on, if you head over to minds.com and subscribe to my feed, you will see all the videos I interact with, some of the people I communicate with, debates with communists and extremely liberal social justice warriors as I try to prove to them that their ideas are folly, and even interact with some big names such as Sargon of Akkad or Bering. Thank you very much, and y'all have a nice day.